Hi gang, here is that video I promised you. We're starting off with Sandy's photograph, and I just loved it. It's tight, it's concise, there's tension on all the edges. She's filling the frame. When she sent it to me, it was only 1,000 pixels, so I asked her to send me the larger version, and when she resent it, she didn't send me the cropped version. This is what she sent me. So between these two, I'm much more drawn to this one, for those reasons that I stated at the beginning. I like just being drawn into this wall and these window washers. This one, we can start to see what's happening, but she pulled it together by the crop. One thing that I would think about when cropping this is this little section right here, this window. So I would probably just get rid of that. And cheating, if I want that for whatever reason, could just clone the window over a little bit there. But a little bit tighter crop wouldn't hurt this at all. And tighter just meaning that sliver of an inch. So I love that photograph. Resend this back to me bigger. Cropped. This one, liking the moment here that's happening here. This is the story right here, these people. This group of 3. This guy, I want to see him in it or out of it. And then I want the top of the arrow. So maybe a recrop. But those are just things to think about while you're shooting. And it's tough. We're moving quickly. So narrow or focus in on what your story is. And that comes with time. You'll learn more about the storytelling as you go. But think about those edges. Okay, so this one is Jenny's. And I really like what she's looking at. I like the nature. I like the solar panels, the building in the background. But it just needed to be tightened up a little bit. And I just did a quick crop on it to use the cactus on the left-hand side and the cactus on the right-hand side to frame it, to push our eye up. So we went from this a little bit wider to this a little bit tighter. And then as I get picky, you guys, up here in the sky, that's dust on the sensor. Take the time to clean that up before you submit your work. And also, then go clean your sensor. Here's another one. I like the shot. I think it's interesting. However, I'm not, one more time. I'm not real interested in this sliver of sky over here. It kind of takes away from the image. So I played with it a little bit. I did this crop, 16:9 crop. I'm like, it's okay. But I'm glad that the sky is gone. And then I just did a 3:4 crop and took out the sky and, got rid of a little bit of that extra stuff down here at the bottom that we don't really need. It's not telling us anything. So just a tighter crop. And I think it's really interesting. I love the colors and how it relates to the building. And it's really working. Next up, this one. So the story is the wigs and the hats. But why do we have all this excess area on the top? We don't need it. The funny thing is, in the very same group of photographs, this image was turned in. And these were by, who are these by? Oh, darn it, you didn't put your name on these. And I meant to put your name on it, but I didn't. But anyways, from this, which needs compositional thought, to this, which is dialed in. Same photographer. This is a great image. The car is balanced. The lines are balanced on the buildings behind. Really nice photograph. And I really like the contrasty black and white on this. This one, it just looks so painterly. The sky looks so unreal. It's not a real color. So it makes me think, did you drop that color in? Did you go and alter that color? And I noticed on a few others of this person's that they had some funky colors going on there as well. And funky doesn't mean bad. It just means, why are you doing it? And be consistent. Do it throughout all of your images. I really like the painterly feel that's happening because of that. So something to think about. If I was going that far to alter the sky and to create things that are painterly, I would probably come over to the this area right here and paint a color in there and get rid of this. And this right here as well, and maybe here. So, take it to the next level. Once you start something like this, take it all the way. This one, I tried cropping it. I like the photograph, Goodfellas bail bonds, but the top edges just feel awkward. I want to see the building or I don't want to see the top of the building. There's just this little sliver over here. So either you crop it off here, but then we start to have troubles with this. So it's probably just moving a little bit to remake this, but look at the edges. It just feels a little awkward. Looking at the right stuff, work on framing a little bit further. This one, same thing. Loving the shot. Great action being caught. A nice framing with the gal in the right foreground. But we've got all this space on the left. So I just want to go crop it right now. Click, click. I'm going to open it up into Photoshop. Here we are. Go to the crop tool. This is a square crop. A square crop's not going to really work. Well, it could work. Let's see here. Let's do that. So there's the square crop. That's working. It's really nice because this guy is now pulling our focus back to him and she's looking over here. So that's working. Let's go back, Command Z. Let's go back and try another crop. Let's try a 2:3, which is the proportion of the camera. Clear, oops, flip, and just kind of pull it down. Oh, I want to actually keep that ratio. Keep the ratio, flip the ratio, there we go. Make it a little bit bigger. Pull it down here, not outside of the frame. So something like that. So I think that either one of those works. I actually think that the square worked really nicely because of the orange guy pulling us back in. The guy on the corner does that as well, but he's more in shadow and we really get a sense of where the orange guy is looking. If I did this, you know, I'm just getting picky. I kind of like this repetition here, but I'd probably clone this out. So just something, and I'd clean this up, these things like right in here, and just really focus our attention. So anyways, I think that's an interesting shot as well. So let's go back here. This was kind of fun. I was shooting with this group that day, and we were following these guys. So at one point this shot was made. I like it. It's working. A lot of times I don't like photographs where people are walking away from me, but here it's telling us a story. They're walking away. It says no trespassing. So that's interesting. Then this is another shot where they're just dwarfed by this mural. Totally different feel, totally different perspective. And I think both of those photographs are working. And I like this in black and white as well. The color is working here. Next up, love all the shapes, angles, and this bicycle rider just kind of makes it. It takes it, and the guy in the street cleaning, it adds humanity back into the photograph. So either you go totally, you know, lack of people to adding these people. And I think that's a nice touch here. And the placement, it's just working. The guy on the bicycle riding into that black void, he's caught perfectly. Feel good. This is just a feel good shot. It's working. I love the angle on this one, looking down the street from down low. I love this one looking from the inside out and then them being out of focus. It's very mysterious. It adds another layer of questioning. So I can spend some time and look at this and try and figure out what's going on. Great shot here. Great action. Tips appreciated. This little guy going. The one thing I think about is this person over here. So do I get rid of him? This trash can? I would probably clone out the trash can. The guy, I could go either way on. Trash can, some people don't care. I just hate trash cans in my photographs, but if I can clone them out, I generally do. But that's me. It doesn't have to be you. Just something to think about. And then a perfect look at the tire at the bottom of this frame. Right there. It's not being cropped off. Great moment, great interaction, telling of the place, telling of the bicycle rider guy. Anyways, I think there was a good set, you guys. Think about your edges, and I will see you on Thursday.